Renting a home is a big step. Whether it is your first apartment or a house for your family, you are entering into a legal agreement. This agreement is between you, the tenant, and your landlord. In Newcastle County, there are special rules that protect both you and your landlord. Knowing these rules is very important. It is like having a map for your journey as a renter. When you know the rules, you can make sure you are being treated fairly. It helps you understand what you can expect from your landlord and what your landlord can expect from you. This knowledge makes your renting experience much smoother and helps prevent problems before they even start. Think of it this way: when you buy something from a store, you get a receipt. That receipt is proof of your purchase and tells you what you can do if the item is broken. Your lease agreement and the landlord-tenant laws are like that receipt, but for your home. They outline the promises made between you and your landlord. Understanding these promises helps you protect your home and your money. It gives you the confidence to speak up if something is wrong. For example, if your heat stops working in the winter, knowing your rights helps you understand what your landlord must do to fix it and how quickly they need to act. This knowledge is not just for when things go wrong. It also helps you build a good relationship with your landlord from the very beginning. When landlords see that you understand your responsibilities, they know you are a serious and respectful tenant. This can lead to better communication and a more positive living situation for everyone involved. A good landlord-tenant relationship is built on trust and mutual respect. This all starts with both sides understanding and following the established rules. It creates a stable and secure environment, allowing you to feel truly at home in the place you rent. So, taking a little time to learn about your rights and duties is a smart investment. It is not about looking for trouble. It is about being prepared and responsible. It empowers you to handle any situation that might come up, from a simple repair request to a more serious disagreement. In Newcastle County, the law provides a clear framework to ensure that renting is fair for everyone. This guide will walk you through the most important parts of that framework, giving you the basic tools you need to be a knowledgeable and successful tenant. One of your most important rights as a tenant in Newcastle County is the right to a safe and livable home. This is often called the implied warranty of habitability. This means your landlord must provide a home that is fit to live in. This includes having working heat, hot and cold water, and electricity. The home must also be structurally safe, with no major roof leaks or broken windows. Your landlord is required to make sure the property is clean and safe when you move in, and must maintain it in that condition. This right ensures you have a basic, decent place to live for the rent you are paying. Another key right you have is the right to privacy. Your landlord cannot just enter your home whenever they want. In Newcastle County, the law requires your landlord to give you reasonable notice before entering your rental unit. Typically, this means they must let you know at least 48 hours in advance. They can only enter for specific reasons, such as making repairs, showing the property to a potential new renter, or in an emergency situation like a fire or a major water leak. This rule protects your personal space and ensures that your home is your private sanctuary, free from unexpected interruptions. You also have the right to be free from illegal discrimination. A landlord cannot refuse to rent to you or treat you differently from other tenants because of your race, colour, religion, national origin, gender, family status, or disability. This is protected by federal and state fair housing laws. This means a landlord cannot set different rent prices or rules for different people based on these characteristics. Everyone who applies to rent a home must be given the same consideration. This right ensures that all people have an equal opportunity to find a place to live. Finally, you have a right to get your security deposit back after you move out. Your landlord can use parts of the deposit to cover unpaid rent or to pay for damages that are more than normal wear and tear. However, they cannot keep your money for simple cleaning or for things that break from regular use over time. In Newcastle County, the landlord must provide you with a written list of any damages they are charging you for. They must return the remaining portion of your deposit within a specific time frame after your lease ends, which is typically 20 days. Just as you have rights, you also have responsibilities as a tenant. Your primary responsibility is to pay your rent in full and on time. Your lease agreement will state how much rent is, when it is due, and how you should pay it. Paying rent on schedule is crucial for maintaining a good relationship with your landlord and for avoiding late fees or eviction proceedings. It is the most fundamental part of your rental agreement. If you think you might have trouble paying rent on time, it is always best to talk to your landlord as soon as possible to see if you can work something out. Another important responsibility is to take good care of the property. This means keeping your home clean and safe. You should dispose of your trash properly and avoid causing any damage to the apartment or house. This does not mean you are responsible for major repairs from old age, like a furnace breaking down. But you are responsible for fixing things that you or your guests break, like a window or a hole in the wall. Taking care of the property also means letting your landlord know about any serious problems right away, like a leaky pipe, so it can be fixed before it causes more damage. You are also responsible for not disturbing your neighbours. This is often called the right to quiet enjoyment, and it works both ways. Just as you have a right to live peacefully, so do the people around you. This means you should keep noise levels reasonable, especially during late hours. You must make sure your guests are respectful of the property and the neighbours as well. Being a considerate neighbour helps create a pleasant living environment for everyone in the building or neighbourhood. Following any specific rules laid out in your lease about noise or guests is part of this responsibility. Finally, you must follow the terms of your lease agreement. Your lease is a legal contract, and you agreed to its rules when you signed it. This includes rules about pets, parking, making alterations to the property, or how many people can live in the unit. Before you sign a lease, read it carefully to make sure you understand and can follow all the rules. If you break the terms of your lease, your landlord may have the right to end your tenancy. Following the lease is a key part of being a responsible and trustworthy tenant throughout your time there. If you have a problem with your rental unit, like a broken appliance or a leak, the first step is always to notify your landlord in writing. While a phone call is okay to start, following up with a letter or an email creates a record. This is very important. In your written notice, clearly describe the problem and state the date. Be polite and specific about what needs to be fixed. This written proof shows that you officially told your landlord about the issue and when you told them. Keep a copy of this notice for your own records. If your landlord does not respond or fix the problem in a reasonable amount of time, you have more options. You should not simply stop paying rent, as this can lead to you being evicted. Instead, you can send a second, more formal letter. This letter should again state the problem and mention your previous notice. You can state that if the repair is not made by a certain date, you will take further action as allowed by Delaware law. It is important to know that the law gives you specific rights, but you have to follow the correct steps to use them. For serious issues that affect your health and safety, and if the landlord still does not act, you may have the right to other solutions. The Delaware Landlord-Tenant Code provides specific remedies, but they can be complex. You might consider seeking help from a legal expert or a tenant advocacy group. Organizations like the Legal Services Corporation of Delaware or the Community Legal Aid Society can provide free advice and assistance to tenants who qualify. They can help you understand your options and guide you on how to proceed legally and safely. Remember, communication and documentation are your best tools. Most landlord-tenant issues can be solved simply by talking and having a clear record of your conversations. Staying calm and professional can help you resolve disputes more effectively. By knowing your rights and following the proper procedures, you can protect yourself and work toward a positive solution. A good renting experience happens when both tenants and landlords understand their roles and work together respectfully to maintain a safe and happy home for everyone.